Hey, F and True viewers, Brian Crazy here with TNA for 3/10/2011. Unfortunately, nothing really pivotal happened on Impact tonight, but we did get to see a lot of build. They developed the story towards Victory Road immensely here tonight. We found out we're going to have an Ultimate X match. We found out we're going to have a title match. We found out we're going to have a number one contenders match. We already knew we were going to have a tag match. I did a video last week touching on this a little bit, that there really wasn't too much build towards this paper. Well, there was build, but there was just no confirmed matches yet. We only had one confirmed match on the card, and which, hey, keeping everybody guessing to the last minute can be good. You keep interest up into the last minute, and I think that's definitely what TNA was going for with this one. We open up the show with Sting in a championship celebration. Unfortunately, he gets interrupted by RVD, Jeff Hardy, and Mr. Anderson, all saying they basically want a piece of the pie. They want their rematches. Um, Bischoff comes off. Hogoff, I guess we could call him Hogoff, right? And I'm a big Bischoff supporter. I think he did incredible things with World Championship Wrestling. I think his time in the WWE was also well spent. I think he's going to do amazing things for TNA. He was just announced as the executive producer. And I think this is going to be really good for TNA Wrestling. I think this is the momentum they need to continue forward. Um, I was watching an old Nitro earlier, and I was amazed. And funny enough, it was right here in Connecticut. It was the only time they came to the Hartford Civic Center. It was August 17th, 1998. And they filled that arena. And I could see TNA doing it. I could see TNA doing it. I know professional wrestling isn't as hot as it was 10 years ago, but there's still, I know there's still the fan out there, and that's why me and JC made the video that we made the other day. I know there's the fan that is interested in the legacy and the history of wrestling. And I don't blame, the real quick, I don't blame the fan that's only been in it for 2 years. You've only been in it for 2 years. You might not know about all these things, because the WWE would be more than happy to have people believe that they are the only game in town. Now, I love WWE. They've given me countless hours of enjoyment over the years, and Vince McMahon is a genius. And I would be honored to get to meet him one day. I'll be honest. I watched McMahon the other day, and man, did it change my opinion about him. I mean, yes, suggestive marketing, of course. I know that's the point of the DVD, was to change your opinion about him, I'm sure. But you could see through that, and you could just see about the drive and the determination and the work ethic and everything that he did to be successful. And it makes me feel more motivated in life. I kid you not. It was an excellent DVD. Please check it out. And yeah, so basically, Hogoff comes out, and we find out that we're going to see a title match at Victory Road, Hardy versus Sting in the rematch, and then we're going to see number one contenders brawl, Anderson versus RVD, which both men pretty much got screwed out of their number one contenders rematch after their respective title losses. Um, then we see Pope defeat Samoa Joe in a quick match. He did cheat to pick up the win, I do have to say. I do like the Pope, but the heel turn has been, I don't know, just a little odd at best. We'll kind of just leave it simple and sweet at that. We see a promo from him a little bit later in the night, where he talks about he's tired of Pope, he's tired of his sidekick, and basically, these are my words, it's got to end once and for all. I don't remember the exact verbiage he used. Then we see Madison Rayne issue her open challenge. Roxy answers. I got excited. I was hoping Roxy was back. Unfortunately, it was one night only. Madison squashed. Quick match. Madison's done really good. She's really supported the Knockouts division when they needed a strong champion, even though I do believe either Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, or Sarita could have all been a strong champion for this organization, including Tara. Tara could have been as well. I definitely have to mention her name. So like I said, Madison picked up the victory over Roxy. Then we see Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, and Winter defeat Cookie, Sarita, and Angelina of the Jersey Shore. A little bit Angelina did in the ring. She just really wasn't impressive. They really should have had her come in a little bit early, shown her a couple arm drags, showed her how to take a couple good bumps, and it definitely would have improved her in-ring performance here tonight. We see the Shore wannabes hold Velvet so Winter can get a hit on her. Instead, Winter gets the Shore. Obviously, she's standing up for the right side. I know that she's got some strange obsession with Angelina Love. I mean, she wants to crawl between her legs or something. But shit, that almost made me laugh. But yeah. So we end up seeing Velvet pick up a pin on Cookie for the win. We see Ink Inc. defeat Generation Me with Beer Money on commentary. This was a pretty good match. Do got to say, what was with the Bucks 80s pants, but whatever. And then we see Ric Flair and Matt Hardy come out and call out AJ Styles. We see Styles come out, Hardy and Styles in a street fight. We see Ric Flair bleed profusely again. I love Ric Flair. Personally, I think Ric Flair is more of a wrestling icon than Hulk Hogan is. Even though I don't dislike Hulk Hogan, I just always been a fan of the NWA. I do have to say that I have probably Joey was always a real big WWF guy. Love WCW. Don't get me wrong. Love WCW. Love what they did with the NWO angle, this, that, and the other. But I remember watching WCW Saturday night at 6:05, and he does too. We've talked about this 100 times. He's got so many fond memories as a little boy, watching it with family members and his father. And, I've always been huge on, WCW, which was the successor of Jim Crockett Promotions, which was one of the biggest NWA territories in the late 1980s. And if Crockett managed his money just a little bit better, they would have been further along in the expansion. They were the second largest player in North America behind then World Wrestling Federation. Then we see Anderson attack Sting backstage and take the World Heavyweight title. Then we see the main event start. The main event is a tag team match. It is Sting and RVD versus Anderson and Hardy. We see the main event start. I have some notes taken on my PC while I was watching the event. Usually I write them, but I just decided to do it, this way because I can throw it up on the screen in front of me. I'm not constantly looking down. I can kind of just glance. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, guys, we're making the show for about a year now, and you figure out different ways to produce things. You figure, you're just sitting in front of a webcam. Well, to me and JC, it's a little more than that. We are trying to sharpen our production values and produce something that is quality for you, our fans. So, if that means, changing lighting, if that means moving cameras, if that means trying to speak a little different, if that means, accentuating our words a little more, if that means, this, that, or the other, we want to produce the best quality show. And we hope week by week we do get better for you, the F and True fan. And like I said, the main event is this big tag match. It starts without Sting. Anderson ends up hitting his partner Hardy with the mic check. Lights go out. Sting comes in, drops Anderson, and allows RVD to get the win. And this was, like I said, a pretty decent Impact. I think they definitely built successfully towards Victory Road. I think Victory Road is going to be very good. I think Victory Road 11 was very smart to put it on now. Against All Odds was a little weak. I mean, this is going to be a repeat card, but, I think after Genesis we were just expecting so much, and the Impacts have been on fire, and I think we were just expecting something of that caliber. I think Against All Odds was a very good pay-per-view effort, and it was a lot better pay-per-view effort than what the aforementioned World Championship Wrestling was putting on in their final year. But, I want to see WCW. Wow. I want to see TNA fill an arena like the Civic Center, and I know they can do it. Fayetteville, they did it 2 nights in a row. Awesome tapings. The set looked great. You guys look great on the road. I got to give you so much credit, TNA. You have really re-sparked my interest in professional wrestling. I saw you guys live. If anybody from TNA sees this, you guys do incredible. Thanks for entertaining me once again. For F and True Wrestling, I do have to say, before we end the show today, Bizarre 1000. This kid is awesome. He has very good views on wrestling. He's getting his channel up and going. He's got about 60 uploads so far. We're hoping to help him with production values. We're hoping to help him with titling. We're hoping to help him, get some of you guys to check him out. So his link's in the description box. Right now, like I said, we're going to try to help him with production value a little bit, but listen to what he says. He's very, very smart when it comes to the wrestling business. There's a lot of people on YouTube. I know we've put a lot of names out there for you guys in the last few weeks. I do have to say YWC Video 1, me and JC sat down. We got to pick a lot of those names together. YWC 2 was a lot of his views on good subscribers and people we are subscribed to. I got to check out a couple people that I was not familiar with, and I do have to say you guys have incredible channels. I have to thank JC for that. And I also got to show JC a couple people. Straight Edge Savior, for example, and a couple others. So that was pretty cool. And it's it's a continual thing. We just continue to build, and we continue to do it because of you. So thank you very much. And I do have to say, I apologize a little bit for the rant the other day. It wasn't directed towards any particular one. Well, I do have to take that back. It was directed towards a couple subscribers who were pretty much named in the video. One person was removed. I'm not going to deal with that kind of bullshit. I don't need my kids brought into a wrestling discussion. I do like to, mention little things about life here and there. I mean, to stick to wrestling 99% of the time is the format of this show. But once in a blue moon, we'll interject something about life because guess what? This is our life and it's happening. And I'm not going to make it stop just to focus solely on one thing because the world is bigger than just one thing. We all have to admit that. So, guys, this was, like I said, a great night. I enjoyed it immensely. Kept me interested the whole time. And, yeah, so basically, thanks, guys, for checking this out. The taglines, you're either effing true or you're effing screwed. And this has been a presentation of effing true wrestling. Learn to love it because it's the best thing on YouTube today.